Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, coming at you with another Mill Creek Blu-ray review. Today it's going to be for The New Kids. Now, The New Kids is a 1985 film which runs approximately 110 minutes and is directed by Sean S. Cunningham. Now, if he sounds familiar, some of his main films were Deep Star 6, Spring Break, A Stranger is Watching, and, of course, Friday the 13th. Now, this stars Shannon Pressby as Lauren. He just did a bunch of TV before he stopped acting. And it was shortly after this movie, that he stopped acting. Don't know why. This has Lori Loughlin in it as Abby. She was in Crawl Space, Old Dogs, and a bunch of TV. Mainly, she's known for the aunt from Full House. And actually now, she's more known for being a kind of a criminal. But, yeah. This also has James Spader as possibly the biggest douchebag ever as Dutra. He was in Tough Turf, which is one of my favorites. The Watcher, and Wolf. And he was also Ultron in the Avengers film, Age of Ultron. This has John Philbin as Gideon. He was in Tombstone, Return of the Living Dead, Grandview USA, which is a completely underrated film starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Patrick Swayze, and C. Thomas Howell, and Children of the Corn. And Eric Stoltz as Mark. Of course, he was in Pulp Fiction, which is my favorite by him, actually, The Butterfly Effect, and Anaconda. Now, I wanted to mention another star that's in this film is Tom Atkins, who is awesome. I was watching Dave's review, and I do believe that he is underused in this film, but he does play the part that he's meant to play, I guess. Now, this one was made for $200,000, or it made $200,000 as a cumulative gross. Now, this came out the same year as Tough Turf, which I was explaining earlier, which has James Spader in it. Now, it's basically the same plot as The New Kids, more or less. He is terrorized by a gang when he's new at a school, only he's the good guy in Tough Turf. That also has Kim Richards in it. The story kind of goes like this. Lauren and Abby are brother and sister. Tom Atkins is their father, and they are army brats, for lack of a better word. Their father and mother are on their way to Washington to accept a promotion and some kind of accommodation from the president. And they have an accident, and they are both killed. From there, they go to stay with their uncle in Florida, and he had bought this Santa's Playland, or I believe that's what it's called, Santa's Playland. And he's fixing it up. The kids go to a new school and run afoul of Dutra and his gang. That's kind of where I'm going to leave it, but that's most of the story. The presentation, here's the slipcover, which is beautiful. This is the original cover. Here's the side. Here's the other side and the back. Here is the, I believe this was the cover for the DVD that was long out of print. And here is the artwork on the disc and the back. This is a really good presentation. I did have a little bit of issue with the transfer. If you're looking at a widescreen, on the left third of the screen, every once in a while there is a faint white strip. That probably came from the original transfer, or maybe that's the best elements they had to work with. A little disappointed in that. I thought they would clean it up a little bit better, but it does look better than it's ever looked. So, but yeah, this is definitely a recommendation. I consider this a horror movie. I always have. Not just because Sean S. Cunningham directed it, but it does have quite a few horror elements to it. In talking with Dave Maggot, and Joe, the horror man, they both agree that it's basically a horror film. But it has a lot of action in it as well. It can be, just a revenge film if that's what you consider it. But yeah, it's definitely fantastic, and it's been one of my all-time favorites. And I'm so happy to have it on Blu-ray. Now I'm going to put Mill Creek's channel and their official website in the description box below. I wanted to say a big thank you to them for sending me this to review for you guys. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.